What's up, everybody? Malakatala here, and today I'm going to be talking about Gary Hinman's death. Basically, Charles Manson and the family met a whole bunch of hippies in Southern California, where they were residing at Dennis Wilson's house. And this one guy, Gary Hinman, he was kind of a Buddhist kind of teacher, and he was a musician, and he got around to knowing Bobby Beausoleil and the Manson family. And Manson and the family tried, they tried to make Gary Hinman join up with them, and that meant that Gary Hinman had to give all of his earthly possessions, whatever he owned, and fork them over to the family. But he never was a hardcore member. So it was decided one day, because Bobby Beausoleil knew Gary Hinman, and it said they had a relationship with money, and also they would take advantage of the guy. They would take advantage of him, and so Bobby Beausoleil goes into a car with Susan Atkins and Mary Bruner, two members of the family, and they drive over to Gary Hinman's house in, I think it was Topanga Canyon. He was a musician. He had a lot of good things. If it's said that if Gary Hinman helped out anybody who wanted help, because he was just that sort of person. So the Manson people go over to his house, and Gary Hinman's there alone. Bobby Beausoleil, Susan Atkins, and Mary Bruner enter the residence and say to him, Give us your car, give us your money. We think that you have an inheritance. And they wanted to take all of his money away. Then he refused. He said, "You're crazy. I'm not giving you anything." They were over at his house for over a weekend, and they tortured him for 2 days until he signed the lease over to his white truck. And it was actually Bobby Beausoleil who stabbed him twice in the chest, finally, after the weekend was waning on Sunday. And then and it said that Susan Atkins went to a corner store to try to get bandages for Gary Hinman, but Beausoleil, he called Manson and said during the weekend that this guy's not giving us anything. We don't know what to do. And Charlie said, "You know what to do, brother. You know what to do." And then Beausoleil said, "I need your help." So Manson came over and sliced Gary Hinman's ear off with a sword, and put fear into this guy, into this character, really bad. So after Manson left the residence, Bobby Beausoleil painted Gary Hinman's blood and it said "political piggy" on the wall. And he was also covered he was also covered by a towel. His face, he was smothered by Mary Bruner or Susan Atkins. They might have had a part in that, but Bobby Beausoleil was the person responsible for Gary Hinman's death. So he puts a paw print on the wall to make it look like the Black Panthers had done this, because, like I said in an earlier Tex Watson video, Manson had ended up shooting a drug dealer for Tex Watson, and they thought that the Black Panthers were going to get retribution on them. So anyway, rest in peace to Gary Hinman. He had a torturous death. They tortured him for 2 days, tried to get this guy to give up all of his earthly possessions for their own reasons, and I don't think that that the Manson family is something to glorify. I really think that I did for a certain amount of time. And just the victims' families, if you're a victim watching this, I give you a round of applause. All of my respects to victims and what they go through. So yeah, Charles Manson definitely told Bobby Beausoleil to kill this character. He said, "You know what to do," and make it look like the Blackies did it, which he was referring to the Black Panthers. I just want you guys to know a little bit more about me. I'm doing very well. Um, I am actually, I've had the best week in a long time. This spring break, just hanging out with friends and being social, and I think that it's a good thing. I'm gonna get a job very soon, so my family's helping me. And I just wanted to say thank you all for watching, and like, subscribe, and comment. Share these videos with your friends, because I know a lot about Manson, and I'll soon be doing serial killer series everyone with Ted Bundy, John Gacy, and if you stick around this channel, it'll be worth it. Yeah, rest in peace to Gary Hinman. They tortured him, and later Bobby Beausoleil would get arrested in Hinman's car with blood stains on his clothes, and he was taken in. He was arrested, and the whole family was in shock because the police caught up to Beausoleil in the victim Hinman's car, and they handcuffed him, they took him to jail, and now the family needed to do something about that ASAP, because Charlie said that Bobby was his brother and he taught him a lot of things, and there's a lot of speculation why Bobby was so important to Manson. But anyway, I just wanted to say that videos are coming soon on the Tate and LaBianca murders. Stay tuned and subscribe. Thank you.